Hey, how's it going, watchers? In this video, I'm going to detail the process of acquiring the, so far, second secret ending of Rainworld's Watcher DLC. The devs have already announced that there are multiple updates on the way that will bring not only quality of life improvements and bug fixes, but new endings, plural, as well as deeper secrets. Anyway, there will obviously be extreme spoilers in this video. Viewer discretion advised. Be careful about skipping to the end, too, because I'll be showing the entire ending in full there, for those of you who don't want to go through the process of unlocking this for yourselves, since even with this guide, it is very grindy and time-consuming. But hopefully this guide helps to cut down on unnecessary grind for those of you who do want to achieve this ending in-game. I also divided the video into chapters to hopefully help only spoil things you might need spoiled. Keep in mind, though, that once you complete this, I'm not sure if there will be any going back. So you'll most likely need to start another run in order to have a quote-unquote normal world again. Anyway, there's your warning. Let's begin. I'm obviously talking about the rot ending. On the screen right now is a series of instructions in text, so you can follow that if you want to avoid all spoilers about this section, and then just skip to the next chapter of the video. But if you don't mind seeing the spoilers, here is now the full walkthrough. To get started with this whole process, first head all the way to the western side of the outer rim, through the harsh winds and curtains of sand blowing in your face, past the ruins of a lost civilization, up and into a megastructure choking with rot. Watch your head, some of it hangs a little bit low. Anyway, we're just gonna work our way deeper and deeper into this structure until we reach the throne. In here, you wanna just climb all the way up to the top. On your way up, you might notice some curious-looking side passages covered in rot. You can't do anything with these right now, but just keep them in mind. Eventually, you'll pop out of a pipe into this long corridor, the background wall containing a couple very interesting symbols. The first resembling a karma flower, and the second, the symbol for karma level 10. Continuing on to the next screen, you'll find a karma flower, and that's it. No, there's actually an enormous rot cyst on the wall seemingly looking down at you. At the moment, there's nothing you can do here, so just snack on that karma flower and then head back down. I want to make a very important note right now before I forget. You can still get this ending in the same playthrough after first getting the main ending. And vice versa. You don't have to worry about doing this ending and then messing up the main ending. Although, because this one is so much more involved to acquire, you'll most likely get this one long after the first one. Unless you really try to get this one first. So don't worry about it. What you do need to worry about is that wasn't there earlier. A new pipe will appear on the right on your way back down, so enter that in order to find a fresh patch of karma flowers with one in the middle that you can grab. You're also allowed to create a portal in this room, so go ahead and do so by holding up along with your special button. This will take you to a random region in your world, and at this moment, this region will begin to be infected by the rot. We don't want to hang around too long. We want to actually go back to Outer Rim. So if there are any creatures at all nearby that might want to try to kill you, make sure you activate your cloak and then wait for the portal to reopen. Once it does and you're teleported back into the throne, be careful of any creatures that may have been teleported back with you. They should be stunned momentarily, allowing you to climb out of here. And after you leave through the pipe,
to move, to breathe free.
Yeah, so go back up.
Never again. Starving, pressing, grinding, squeezing.
All the way back up into the throne room in front of the first symbol.
Against us, but now I, a self. And an other.
And the second.
Oh, the joy. The incomparable joy.
Continuing on to the next screen in front of the giant rot bulb. Things look a little bit different, but not really much else. So, once again, head back down. This time, there will be a new pipe on the left side of the screen, So go in there, and same deal. There's going to be a patch of karma flowers with one that you can eat. Make sure you do so, and then open a portal to a second random region. Alright, hold up. Why am I telling you to make sure to eat a karma flower before opening a portal? It's simple. If you use your ability to open a portal without having karma protection, that portal is going to send you to one of the rotted areas, such as the area we're already in, Outer Rim, or one of the several pre-rotted base game regions you can access in this DLC. The Crumbling Fringes, which is the rotted version of the Outskirts, Corrupted Factories, which is the rotted version of Industrial Complex, Decaying Tunnels, which is the rotted version of Drainage System, and Infested Wastes, which is the rotted version of the Garbage Wastes. Alright, so if you open a portal with your ability without karma protection, you will always be sent to one of these rotted regions. In order to help you quickly, successfully spread the rot, which is what we're trying to do here, you want to make sure you always have karma protection before opening a portal. Anyway, after you appear in this new region, cloak if you need to, and then wait for the portal to reopen and go back into the throne, and then, of course, again, head back up.
Aha. Familiar.
Wait a minute. What is that? Did you hear that? It sounds like a computer iterating.
There was such discomfort and hunger, endless hunger, and then a presence, a light, a scent, a tunnel to freedom. How beautiful freedom! A scent, familiar, so familiar.
This thing is definitely growing. Anyway, again, go back down. And now, if you head down this right-hand passage, you should see a new pipe. Going in there, first, pay attention to the rot above your head here. Just remember that that's there. I don't think you're going to be able to miss it, but just pay attention to it. And then, of course, there's another field of karma flowers here with one that you can eat. Do so, and then open a new portal to yet again another new region. Keep in mind that my portals may have sent me to Rusted Wrecks and then Cold Storage and now Badlands. Your portals are going to send you to completely different areas, most likely, because all of the portals in the Watcher are seed-based. It's almost like a roguelite. Anyway, cloak if you need to, and then take your portal back to the throne again, and you should see right now a very useful shelter right here in this room. Make sure you make use of this. It could potentially save you a lot of headaches. If your poor slug cat is eaten someplace out there, then you'll just wake up right here, giving you potentially a massive shortcut instead of having to potentially journey all the way through Outer Rim again, which you are probably going to have to do at least once more throughout this entire process of achieving this ending, but as much as we can cut that trek out, the better, right? Anyway, after waking up, you should be able to go directly into this left-hand tunnel and into the newly revealed pipe. In here, there is a little bit of rot, so you have to climb and jump over it. Be careful about that. Don't just run straight into it like I didn't do. And then, for the final time for now, we're gonna eat a karma flower, and we're going to create a portal. Same thing. As soon as you appear in whatever region this sends you to, cloak for your own safety, wait for the portal to reopen, and then head back up. There are no speeches on your way. However, you can definitely hear the telltale sign of an iterator. Something besides the rot is alive in here. Entering the large throne room at the very top, we walk to the throne with great purpose. What are we gonna find? Oh my.
Greetings, friend. You have come. Please, be comfortable. Oh, you have brought sundries. You can leave them here if you wish, as a contribution. My processes will dissolve them to their base components, and those components will be added to the mass. Nothing to waste. Every bit counts.
Anyway, so this is the Rot Prince. Say hello, welcome. They seem to be a combination of the Rot, an iterator, and potentially even a void worm, some new entity created by the world of rain. Yeah. Anyway, there are several different ways in which you can interact with this NPC, but so far, as of this moment, the game does not include any colored pearls, but hopefully they end up adding them, and then we can use this NPC to read us a bunch of lore about the world. That would be amazing. I know all of us would probably really like that. But if you want to experiment with this NPC, giving them items, trying to kill them, killing yourself in front of them, using your power in front of them, etc., go ahead and do so. However, as for earning this ending, let's get on with that. By taking a nice nap. The next time you shelter, you'll have a very curious dream. Please skip to the next chapter if you want to watch this for yourself in-game. Otherwise, I'll show it to you in full right now. Alright, here's some information for those of you who maybe want to try this for yourselves without watching the rest of the video. It's pretty simple, but what it boils down to is you need to rot 18 total regions. This includes Outer Rim and Unfortunate Evolution. So really, you only have to rot 16 in order to get the ending. You could rot every region if you want to. So anyway, what I'm doing is I already ate a Karma Flower, and I'm bringing 2 more Karma Flowers with me through one of the portals that I created in the throne, which is taking me to Stormy Coast. In Stormy Coast, I do a little celebration dance and then eat another Karma Flower in the very next room next to the Rot, and then I create a portal here. Thankfully, there were no creatures around trying to eat me. This portal took me to Signal Spires, so I've successfully now spread the Rot here if I don't die. Keep in mind, you have to lock in the Rot spread. You have to lock in your progress in Rain World, obviously, by sheltering. Then, because I had 1 more Karma Flower left, I decided to take a little bit of a gamble, and it actually paid off. Instead of just deciding to shelter immediately, I decided, let's make another portal here and see where we end up. Because Signal Spires isn't technically rotted yet, whatever region I end up teleporting to from here is not going to get the rot spread to it. However, I lucked out, and my portal actually took me to the bottom of cold storage, the station annex, and this place is obviously already infested with rot. And the room that I teleported into also has another Karma Flower in it. So from here, I ate another Karma Flower after dodging this nightmare lizard for a while. So very lucky. Unless I died, in which case I would have lost my progress with Signal Spires. Anyway, I teleported out of here and into heat ducts. Good thing for me, the room I teleported into has a shelter. So I immediately jumped into that shelter in order to successfully lock in that rot spread between Signal Spires and heat ducts. So anyway, there's the process. You need 18 total regions rotted in your world. And of course, as I said earlier, Unfortunate Evolution and Outer Rim are already included in that number. So 16 more regions. But wait, you've already rotted 4 from within the throne when waking up the Rot Prince earlier. So that means there are only 12 more regions that you need to successfully spread the rot to. As you can see on the region map, when you successfully rot a region, it will get a purple circle around it instead of the default white circle. Also, there are 3 regions that cannot be rotted: Shattered Terrace, Damon, and Ancient Urban. And I'm recording this later, there was just an update that makes this even easier. Now you can really tell when a region is rotted. And even more importantly, for making this whole thing and just the game in general easier, is you can now see all of the portals on the map. So you can know exactly where you have to go to portal all around your world. It's incredible, thank you. Anyway, all right, let's go. Now, like I said, this is going to take some time. It is grindy because you are going to end up doing things like teleporting from a rotted region into another rotted region or one that you already spread the rot to. And then in that region, you're either going to have to find another karma flower so you can create your own portal to hopefully an unrotted region, or this is a perfect time for me to point out, you do not need to keep creating your own portals. You can use the pre-existing portals in each of these regions. However, in order to spread the rot from one region to the next, you should use a portal that's in a rotted room. Unfortunately, it does take a decent chunk of time for the rot to literally spread through a region. Eventually, it will just overtake the entire region, and then every room in that region will be rotted, so you can create or use a portal in any of them to spread the rot. So that's the whole process. Now I am going to show the ending itself for those of you who maybe don't want to go through all this pain and want to just watch the ending. If you don't want to watch the ending, then you can end the video now. Thank you very much for watching. But for those of you who want to watch, let's go. After spreading the rot to the entire world, we make our way back into the throne room at the top of the throne. Ominously, karma flowers grow beneath the karma symbols on the walls, and then fade away again. What could that mean? Proceeding to the Rot Prince's throne, we are greeted only by an ominous sound, whispers, and a glow beginning to emanate from its head. A legitimately nightmarish vision. That final frame, our lonely night cat menacingly looking into the distance, filled with a new purpose, the ultimate antagonist of the world, potentially. After the credits roll, the title screen changes as we see a large karma flower inside the throne, surrounded by a bunch of small karma flowers. And then on the character select screen, this even more ominous vision. Reloading your save, you'll appear inside the throne, curled up in front of your new master, the karmically ascended Prince of Rot. If you journey around the world to all of your rotted regions, you'll see karma flowers sprouting from a large variety of places. But what does this mean? Well, when you die, when you're karmically protected by a karma flower, you drop a karma flower in your place. It's growing in your place. The fact that the Rot Prince and the world is now covered in karma flowers means that everything has died. Everything is ascended. The rot was the triple affirmative all along. Potentially. This is just one reading of it. In the end, it seems like what the Watcher is telling us is that the Night Cat, the Watcher, the player character, is the one responsible for spreading the rot in the first place. As we jump through rifts in space and time, we found the origin point of the rot, Outer Rim, and it's us who spread it throughout all of the cosmos, and eventually to Pebbles. Again, that's just one reading of it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Give me all of your lore theories, because I am going to be deep diving all of the lore of the Watcher as well in another video, much more deeply than I did it in this small footnote at the end. Thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate all of you immensely. I also want to thank all of my Patreon supporters and channel members. Thank you very much. All right, have a fantastic day. To move. To breathe free. Never again. Starving, pressing, grinding, squeezing. Oh, the joy. The incomparable joy.